It's already video 4, and I'm going to get really brutally honest with you. And I actually love this module the most. When I was crafting them out, I'm like, this is the zinger, because this is where I'm going to get deadly honest with you, and I want you to get deadly honest with yourself. Because when I hear things like I do here, which I'm going to get to in a minute, it's all about money, time, and following. Okay, the three biggest things I hear when people are putting off a decision to change their lives. The title of this video is, can you afford not to? i.e., can you afford not to join the SWC course or whatever it is? But I think the SWC course is the one. So these are the three things I hear the most. I can't afford it. Okay, there is a cost to doing this course. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. And so my question is, can you afford not to? What happens if you don't take action? And we'll dig into that a bit more. The other one is, I don't have a following. You know, when I started and I got my first few sales with the digital courses, my following was not people who are my following now. And I have a small following, you guys. It's not really about your following. It's who you're reaching with your content. Okay, so that's the second one. I don't have a following. That is something you can learn to get. Okay, and the very last one is, I just don't have the time. Listen, when you look at what you do with your time, you'll see that you do have time. You don't need to have 8 hours in a stretch. You just need little bits of time that add up. It really does add up. So we're going to dig into each one of those three things that I've just mentioned. The affordability, can I afford it or not, money objection, they call it. The I don't have a following. And the other one is, I don't have time. We're going to talk about each one of those. Can't wait. Nikki, I can't afford it right now. I hear that one actually quite often. And there is that fear of investing, and most of us are a bit skeptical. Okay, I'm a bit skeptical when it comes to stuff. I have to do a little bit of homework or get a little bit of a feel for the person that I'm purchasing from, that they are good and legit, that I can trust them. So I understand that. But I'm going to ask you this question, can you afford not to? What if you don't do anything, and in a year from now or 2 years from now you haven't done anything? How much money have you actually lost out on earning? And so some people who've joined SWC have earned $1 million plus. It's mind-blowing in like a year and a half. Like, what? And you know, that's available to all of us who have the program. You have this educational platform in SWC that's going to teach you 24 ways to make income streams. I do 4 of them, like I've said before. And so when I think back to the things that I've invested in, like my legal education, that was tens and tens, if not over $100,000. I paid my own way through law school. Okay, there's coaching. I know that I've invested over 100K US in coaching programs over the years. There was my aesthetics business. Like, I have over 13 certifications. When you pay for a skill set that you're going to learn, there is always an investment, whether you're going to become a nurse or a plumber or whatever it is. You got to learn the skills. And for the amount of skill sets that are bundled up in this course, it's already a good deal. Think about it this way. If I don't do anything today and I wait 2 years, what have I missed out on? Every day in the SWC community, in the testimonials channel, there are people making all kinds of income. What I would like to say is, if you do decide to be an affiliate of the course, which is what I am, and I do the income streams too, is you only need one sale and you've made your money back. My first few sales were from people I kind of knew from my life. It wasn't even from social media. And then the other ones have been from absolute complete strangers. So don't pre-decide what's going to happen. You've got to jump in just with a clear vision that you're going to give it your best. That's all. Now, if you say to me, Nikki, this really is like the most horrendous time ever for me. Is there payment plans, all that stuff? You know what, there is. But I'm going to recommend that you find that money and save it up rather than doing a payment plan. It's the best way to go. I didn't do any of mine on payment plans because that's just a different kind of energy. Like, go have a yard sale, you know, offer to babysit, or there are different ways we can make money. Return your bottles, sell shit in your house. You can get that money if you are determined that you want to change your situation from being stuck financially where you are right now with a gap in your retirement. You want to close that no matter what. The followers question, but Nikki, I don't have many followers. You know, guys, when I started doing my network marketing on my TikTok channel, I had mostly bots following me, and I'd been in grow rooms and my account was shit. Okay, it was really bad. But I slowly but surely, I was going live just about every single day of the week. I slowly but surely built up people who trusted me. But having no following isn't a reason to not start. You will be taught how to get a following inside SWC. Okay, you follow the advice of the teachings in there. And honestly, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, My first few sales were not to people who I met through my TikTok account. They're people who I met generically through my life. Don't predetermine that you can't do this because you don't have a following. You're going to learn. You're going to learn how to have a following. And if you want to be an affiliate for the program, it's your content that matters. There's people who have tiny, small accounts, but do lots of sales because their content is kick butt. And you're going to learn all of that in the SWC. So come ready to learn. Nikki, I don't have time. I don't have the time to do this. And you know what? This one really hits home with me because I have burned out a few times in my life, but by working extra over hard. I remember a couple of years back working for a coach, and she ran me hard, guys. She ran me hard. I was working 16-hour days. That's fine. You can do that in stretches. But if you are really determined and you have a full-time 9-to-5 or another business and you want to start this on the side, you can fit it in if you are determined to schedule your time sensibly, okay? Do a bit in the morning, do a bit at lunch, make a TikTok video while you're waiting for your takeout order, whatever it is. If you are determined to find these little pockets of time and actually capitalize on them, you can do this. So a lot of the people in the SWC community started their journey as a side hustle, completely, like affiliates in particular, but other things too, like UGC, start on the side of doing something else. And that's what I've done. I have a brick and mortar business right now, but I have 4 income streams that I started on the side. And I did it by picking one thing, doing it, and being very strategic and trying not to waste my time. And if you think about the time you waste in the day, like your doom scrolling time, you can take that time to actually learn modules in the course. You can be in the bathroom and be learning, okay? It's really one of those things that you want to manage your time wisely, but you can do it. So there are tons of people in the SWC community who were teachers or nurses, and they started the SWC program on the side. And gradually, as they made more and more income from SWC, they were able to ditch their 9-to-5, which was their whole goal. If you are determined to do this, if you have the mindset that I'm going to succeed no matter what, you will find pockets of time to start. And I've got your back on that one because that's what I did. Time for you to do the worksheet for this video. This one requires you to be as honest as you've ever been with yourself, ever. Okay? I want you to write down what is your main fear or fears. What are your main fears that you have right now? Is it the fear of wasting money? Okay, oh, I'm going to waste like 600 US, 800 Canadian on a course. Is it the fear of not succeeding? Is it the fear of succeeding? Most people don't realize that the fear of succeeding is actually the main fear a lot of us have. Is it the fear of looking foolish? Like, oh, I can't show my face online. Guess what you do? You block all your friends and family. Easy button. So write down those fears, really go granular, get to really see what it is for what it is, because then you'll get some clarity about what's actually a stumbling block for you. So that's your homework. Video 5 is going to be where we actually get to explore the income streams in SWC. I'm going to give you a tiny little overview of some of the income streams that are in there. There's 24 of them, guys. 24. There is something literally for everybody in there. It's in the next video, so I'll see you then.